Hey everybody, good morning. Pastor Nick here with this week's devotion and update. We've been doing these every week and we'll probably continue doing them just because it's been nice to connect with you in this way and kind of just keep you posted on where we're at, some things we're working on as a church, just some things to keep us connected. So I wanted to do the devotion this morning from Psalm 91, and let me just read it to you and share some thoughts. So Psalm 91 begins in this way. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Mighty. Now you might remember Psalm 23. It says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And there's a real sense in which we live our lives here on earth in the shadow of death. It's as if death hangs over our lives, looming. One day, right, it will overcome us, it will take us out of this world. And yet here's what this psalm is telling us. We do not only live our lives in the shadow of death, but as we walk with the Lord, instead of living our lives in the shadow of death, we live our lives with another expectation, with another shadow looming over us, and that is the shadow of the Almighty. And that's described to us in this way. He says later on, He will cover you with His pinions, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be to you a shield and a buckler. And the point here being this, that in God we find our refuge, we find our strength. He is our fortress. Now we contrast that with this idea of where we are right now, right? We are living in a time of great instability, a time when we don't know how long this situation is going to last, how long we will be out of work, how long businesses will take to get running again, how long it is till our church gets to meet again physically, and what are going to be the long-term consequences. None of us know this, even the health issues. How long is it going to take for these health issues to get better or to be resolved? We don't know. These things are unstable, but here's what we have in the Lord. We have a refuge, and we have Him as a fortress to us. He says, in my God I will trust. He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His pinions. Under His wings you will find refuge. So rather than living in the shadow of death, we live our lives in the shadow of the Lord's wings over us. And He says, you will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. So it's just very important that it doesn't mean that these things won't happen. It doesn't mean that the arrow won't come. It doesn't mean that the pestilence won't stalk at night, but it means that we won't fear them. And we won't fear them because, as we've been talking about, we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us, right? It says in 1 John that this is the confidence we have as the children of God, that because He has overcome the world, so we too, along with Him, because of His victory, we too will overcome this world. Right? That's what Jesus said. In this world you have tribulation, but take heart, for I have overcome this world. And so that's what we have here, is that though these things may still come, we do not fear them. We do not shake before them. We know that we have the Lord as our refuge and our strength, no matter what this life brings our way. And He goes on in verse 9, because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Lord Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. In verse 14, because He holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. In 1 John chapter 5, here's what we're told. This is the confidence that we have as the children of God, that anything we ask in His name, He hears us. So as a Father, He hears us. He knows exactly what we need. And the promise we have is not in just a simple, easy life where everything works out, nor is it in success and everything that we do in the terms that we think of success, but it is this, that our Father will be with us. He is working all things for our good, even through trials and tribulations like the ones that we're facing right now. So we take heart in these things and we abide in the shadow of the Almighty, not in the shadow of death. Wanted to share with you guys just a few updates. This Sunday, we are starting a new series at Whitefields. And so again, we're going to be broadcasting online. So you can find the link to the online broadcast on our website, whitefieldschurch.com. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Facebook page. If you click the notification things on there, you'll be notified ahead of time when we are about to have a video go live, and so you'll be able to watch there. But we're starting a new series. It's one that I'm really excited about, and it's in 1st and 2nd Kings. And as we do this series, what we're going to be doing is kind of taking a bird's eye view, so to say. We're going to be not getting too caught up in the details. We want to keep the big picture. And as we go through this, we're going to be looking at how all of us throughout history, we long for a king and a kingdom. This is built into us, and the reason is because what we're longing for ultimately is the kingdom of God. And we're going to see how in the Old Testament kings, in their failures and in their successes, the ways that they were good and the ways that they were bad, they foreshadowed for us the king and his coming kingdom, Jesus Christ, the Messiah. So I'm looking forward to this series. It's going to be really good. I've really always enjoyed these historical series and narrative series as well. So we're going to be looking at 1st and 2nd Kings, starting with the golden age of Solomon. We'll go through the division of the people into 2 kingdoms, Israel in the north, Judah in the south, and how that all played out. And we'll see some of the greatest stories in the Bible through the prophet Elijah and then through Elisha the prophet. And it's going to be a really cool series. So it's called Desiring the Kingdom, and it begins this Sunday online. So we hope that you'll join us for that. Desiring the Kingdom, new series beginning this weekend. Some updates, just real practical stuff. Our food pantry has food and supplies available for anybody who needs it. Get in touch with us to set up an appointment. We've shut down our building just for anybody coming in. So what we're doing is by appointment only. But we have a lot of supplies, and we can definitely set up an appointment for you if you just need a little help making ends meet, or if you know somebody who could really benefit from that, please let them know. Email us at info@whitefieldschurch.com or call us 303-775-3485 for more information about food pantry, how people can take advantage of that. Also, remember that our prayer ministry would love to pray for you. So anything that has got you anxious or that's weighing on your heart or that you need us to be praying for, email pray@whitefieldschurch.com. That's pray@whitefieldschurch.com. There's also a prayer meeting going on every Wednesday and every Sunday morning. So every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And we'd love for you to join in on those. Those are going to be on Realm. All the information for how to join those, they're going to be on Zoom, and the information on how to join those is on Realm. And so some of that might be changing. We've been kind of discussing, there have been some questions about Zoom and security and stuff like that. So we're evaluating that. So please keep posted on that on Realm. If you're not on Realm, you can go to our church website and click the button to go to Realm. It's our online secure community where we share prayer requests, updates, events, stuff like that. So if you're not on there, that'd be a good thing for you to do. Also, the youth ministry is continuing to meet over Zoom. So if there's any of you out there who have middle school and high school age kids, our youth ministry, Equip Youth is what they're called, and they are still doing meetings, and they're doing them over Zoom. Please, if you'd like to be connected to that, definitely email to youth@whitefieldschurch.com, and they're meeting this Friday, I believe at 6:30. So all you youth parents, make sure you get your kids all set up. 6:30 this Friday is going to be a youth Zoom meeting. And lastly, community groups are starting up again this Sunday. Now, of course, we're not meeting in homes. We're meeting online through Zoom. And so if you're not in a group, now is the perfect time to join one. If you've said, oh, well, I'm busy with work, or, it's hard when I get home, I'm tired. Hey, this is the best time for you to join, because these are times when we really need community more than ever before. And this is a time where all you got to do is turn on your phone and join the meeting, and you can pray, you can study the Word. The meetings are a little bit shorter because they're online. So they're so convenient and so beneficial for you. right? You are going to grow. Even if they weren't convenient, I'd tell you, you need to be in a group so that you can grow in the Lord. So, groups starting this Sunday. If you haven't gotten in touch with your group yet, or if you want to join a group, here's what you do. Email info@whitefieldschurch.com, or you can email communitygroups@whitefieldschurch.com, or you can go on our website, and there's a form there to get connected to community groups. It's really hard to not get connected. So connect to a community group. They're starting up this Sunday, and they run Sunday through Saturday because they study the same text that we study on Sunday in a little bit more depth. So God bless you guys. Hope this week finds you well. Know that we are praying for you. We're here for you. As a church, please reach out to us with any needs you have, and let's live that out. We always say the church is not a building, it is the people, and here's our opportunity to live that out and prove that. So God bless you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next week, or see you on Sunday.